Mexicans, I am sorry to do this, but I'm about to expose your secret weapon for carne asada. And no, it's not skirt steak, it's not flank steak, it's even better. And once you try it, there is no going back. Now let's go. Now before I reveal Mexican's secret weapon for carne asada steak, we're gonna make the marinade here. This is one of my absolute summer banger marinades, probably my favorite marinade of all time. It constantly slaps you in the face with flavor. It punches you in the mouth with just overwhelming taste bud explosions. In a molcajete here, I'm starting with 2 teaspoons of toasted coriander and 2 teaspoons of toasted cumin. I just cooked those in a dry pan over low to medium heat for about 5 minutes, then let them cool down for about 10. And I'm gonna start first by grinding up all these spices, which really just unlocks all that flavor. It smells amazing. And once those are roughly ground, I'm going in with my chopped shallots and garlic, and I'm putting just a half teaspoon of salt in here right now. That's just gonna help these ingredients grind up. You don't wanna do too much regular salt because we're gonna get a lot of it from the soy sauce that's coming here in a minute, but just begin smashing and grinding up your garlic and shallots. If you don't have shallots, you can absolutely use onions, and if you wanna throw all of this into a blender or food processor, you absolutely can. I'm not gonna ding you for it, but I will say there is something special that happens when you grind things by hand. That little bit of extra love and TLC makes a difference. Once you've got a rough paste, you can add in your cilantro, and I'm doing mostly stalks for this. I'll take another 30 seconds to smash these in. And after about a minute of grinding with the cilantro, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my chipotle peppers. And if you've never had these, they're smoked jalapenos in adobo sauce. They're absolutely incredible. One of my favorite Mexican ingredients of all time, and just the perfect flavor to complement grilled meat. And depending on whether or not your chipotles are whole or cut up in the can, you may need to grind them a little more or less. Mine were sort of whole, so I'm gonna work these in for a minute. And the next ingredient we're gonna add, and trust me when I say this is absolutely crucial, is soy sauce. This really brings all the salt, all the umami, and it works so well with the chipotle peppers and the rest of the ingredients here. It's just a match made in heaven. I also love how it really darkens up this marinade. Next, just a little bit of Sergeant Gilbert reporting for duty. It's black pepper. You can do as much or as little as you like. I love black pepper, so I'm gonna do quite a lot. Only 2 more ingredients to finish this off. The first being lime juice. Of course, we need that. We need that acidity in here. We're really gonna brighten things up quite a lot. Just work that lime juice in, and the last ingredient we're gonna add is some simple avocado oil. Just keep mixing while you stir that in, and it should form this semi-together sort of marinade, but if it looks a little bit split, that's absolutely fine as well. And if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know I love making marinades and then taking half and using that as a sauce for later. It really does give you the best of both worlds because the flavor changes a lot once you cook it. So I'm gonna take half of this marinade out. We're gonna use this later once we finish cooking our steak. Plus, it's so potent, right? You don't need that much. Do yourself a favor, give it a little taste every time. It's so beautiful, it's so good. Make this, make it. On a side note, if you're a gamer, I just started a gaming channel. We're having a blast over there. It's called ThatDudeCanCook. I'll put a link for it down in the description as well as the corner right now. Now, I think when most people think of popular cuts for carne asada, their mind will go to skirt steak or flank steak, but this is the one that keeps me coming back over and over. It's one of my favorite cuts of meat. The grand reveal, flap steak, also known as bavette. It really is the stuff. This is so good for grilling for carne asada. It is by far, in my opinion, the best steak for it. And when I'm shopping for flap steak, I'm usually looking for a really long, sort of thinner piece that's better for grilling. All I could find today is this thick piece, but I'm gonna show you a little trick you can do to make this better for grilling. What we're gonna do here is get eye level with this. I'm gonna take a nice sharp knife and I'm gonna slice this right down the middle. What we're gonna do here is butterfly this open and make our own sort of long flap steak. So don't cut in too much at this point, and then open it up like this. You can make a few more slices right there if you need to, just like so, to open it up. And now we have that ideal shape and flatness for grilling. And you know the drill, my friends. We're gonna go ahead and marinate this. I'm just using a bowl. Of course, you can use a plastic bag or something else. Let's get all that marinade on there. Oh yeah. If you want to use gloves, you absolutely can. I have some built in. They're called skin. We're gonna go ahead and give this a really good mix. And when it comes to marinade time, I would say do at least 2 hours. If you want to do longer, you can, but 2 hours is honestly enough for this marinade because it's so potent. But again, if you want to do it overnight, it's not like it's going to be bad, but I wouldn't do it longer than 12 hours because of the soy sauce in here. I've just let mine go for about 2 hours. It's time to take it outside and cook it over a charcoal grill. But before we do that, I don't know about you, but I grew up in a time when men were supposed to just be strong, keep it together, tough it out, no matter what was happening internally for them. And therapy wasn't even something that people talked about. It was literally seen as a weakness, and that stigma still lasts today. Some say our generation has become too soft and self-focused focused, and while some parts of that may be true, what if we're just more willing to face our pain and do the work to heal? Personally, I didn't start therapy until I was 30 years old, and looking back now, I'm so glad I did. It was one of the best decisions I ever made. I definitely feel stronger, I feel more confident, I feel more present in my daily life, and most importantly of all, I'm not so hard on myself anymore. In honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, BetterHelp is sponsoring this video, and I'm working with them to stop the stigma around mental health support. BetterHelp's mission is to make starting therapy as easy as possible, as it's fully online and accessible from anywhere. If you think you could benefit from speaking with a licensed therapist, click the link down in the description or go to betterhelp.com/ThatDudeCanCook to match with a therapist in as little as a couple days. Using my link will also get you 10% off your first month of therapy. Thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video. Now back to the recipe. Let's just grill on the fridge. Well, here's our interesting grilling setup for today. Let's get started. I've got half an onion cut here sitting in some oil. I like to use this just to clean up my grill. Flavors it at the same time, which is also really nice. And let's get down that giant flap steak. Yeah, woohoo! And after just about 4 or 5 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a flip. And we have some beautiful color without it being too dark. This looks really good. Another 4 or 5 minutes on the other side, I'm gonna pull this off to rest. And after a good 10-minute rest, you can see the grains are running this way on a flap steak, so we wanna turn it this way and then cut across, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. And when I cook flap steak, I like it sort of medium well. I feel like that's its sweet spot, but to each their own. I mean, it is good medium rare too, but something like this, nice blushing pink, is really good. Slice all the way across. Wow, my gosh. Something right around there looks amazing. And look at this, my friend, look at that, just comes apart. And here we go, my friends, let's pile it up. Hit it with a little bit of lime, a little touch of flaky salt, why not? A little crack of pepper. And then again, we've got that reserved marinade. Just sprinkle some over the top because why not? It's only gonna make it so much better. Add all that flavor like back on. Oh my God, my mouth is watering. This looks so good. And if you want, pop some cilantro leaves down for health. And that's all she wrote, my friends. Let's give this thing a taste with Marcus. There's some leaf blowers going outside, so if you hear that. All right, Marcus, here we go. I think you've tried this before. The same recipe I made on my Chipotle burrito bowl. Dude, that's game over.
That one's really tender too.
It really does just punch you in the mouth with flavor. Obviously, we're just eating this meat here, but I mean, you know, tacos, burrito bowls, whatever you want to do with it, make a badass sandwich with it.
Nah, you're ripped. Eat a plate pile high of meat. Get a meat mountain in your life.
Dude, the meat's already so good. A little bit of lime, more marinade, salt and pepper. It's just like, pow, that's so good. Wow.
I don't have anything to add. It tastes mad good.
It tastes mad good. Mad good.
Shout out New York. Make it.
Thanks for watching today, my friend. And if you are a fan of written recipes, check out my Master in the Making ebook that will be linked down in the description under this video. It has 55 of my personal favorite recipes from my channel. And if you want to keep learning today, here are these Chipotle bowls that I use that marinade for. And then over here, you just have one of my favorite beef recipes of all time. Until next time, you know I love you and I'm out.